Hello, this is Michael O'Brien and welcome to another video in our series on foreclosures in Oregon. Today we're going to dive deep into the non-judicial foreclosure process. If you are an Oregon homeowner concerned with staying current on your mortgage, maybe this series is for you. Let's get right into it. In this video, we're going to discuss what a non-judicial foreclosure is, how the process starts, how it ends, and move into what options you have to avoid losing your home. What is it? A non-judicial foreclosure is an out-of-court process initiated by a lender to schedule a public auction and sale of property. Now, for our purposes, we're concerned with residential real property, meaning your home where the head hits the pillow. In order to start a foreclosure, the lender must feel that you've failed to meet your obligations under a loan. Now, typically, that means that you fell behind on your monthly mortgage payments. For most lenders in Oregon, before they can start a non-judicial foreclosure, they need to obtain a certificate of compliance with Oregon's foreclosure avoidance program. We've done a video describing Oregon's foreclosure avoidance program, and we'll add a link at the end of this video. Once the lender has received that certificate of compliance, they will prepare a document called a Notice of Default and Election to Sell. It's sometimes called a Notice of Trustee sale. This is a formal, densely worded document that identifies the property, the payment default, the total balance due on the loan, and it includes a specific date and time when the public auction will be held. Now, this formal document starts the non-judicial foreclosure process. Now, that notice is not required to be personally handed to you. A copy of the notice will be sent to you via certified mail you have to sign for, also sent via first-class mail, and will be posted somewhere on the property, typically taped to the front door. If the mortgage loan is in two names, for example, you and your partner, then each of you will receive multiple copies. I've had clients come in to meet with me and bring in 6 identical sets of the same documents. They generally know when it started. In addition, that notice gets filed with the county recorder's office, and it becomes public record. Many realtors, investors, and scam artists troll those public records, seeking to buy up foreclosed properties. My office sends letters to people as well in an effort to educate them on their options and avoid getting ripped off. Now, as I mentioned, that notice provides the specific date when your home will be sold at public auction. And I mean literally, it's an auction. There's a person who stands on the steps outside the courthouse and he reads aloud the details of your name, the property, the loan default. And he asks if anyone wants to buy the home. The opening bid is almost always from the lender, equal to what they are owed. But other people can raise their hand to bid more. And if they do, then an auction ensues and the property is sold to the highest bidder. To bid at a sale, you must have cash or have been pre-approved by the foreclosure trustee. You can't bid and promise to pay with a loan. When you receive the notice and you look at the sale date, that date will be at least 4 months in the future. The lender has the option to postpone that sale date 1 or more times up to a total of 180 days. So in other words, if the original scheduled sale date is 4 months after notice, the actual sale date could be up to 10 months after the original notice. The lender does have to advise you that the sale is being postponed, but often that notice is issued immediately prior to the sale. It doesn't give you a lot of time to deal with auctions. Once the auction is completed, so long as the lender and the trustee precisely follow the law, it's over, and the highest bidder owns the home. That bidder has a right to possession, actually living in the home, 10 days after the sale. If you lose your home to a non-judicial foreclosure, you have to vacate in 10 days or face an eviction. You do not have a right to buy your home back after a non-judicial foreclosure sale. It's called a redemption right. Does not exist in Oregon for a non-judicial foreclosure. If your mortgage lender buys the home at auction, they are not going to rent it back to you. Sorry, I've never seen it happen. The lender does not want to be a landlord. They loan money and want to make interest. The lender is going to hire a realtor to prepare the home for sale. It's pretty hard to market a property if the former owner is still living in it. So that realtor will reach out to you if you're still in the home and typically work with you to try and figure out a time for you to get out. Sometimes they may offer to pay you cash to move out of the home voluntarily and therefore avoid an eviction. On a side note, if a local investor buys the home at auction, they may be willing to rent the home back to you. There are only two ways to stop a non-judicial foreclosure sale. First, the lender agrees to cancel the sale. Or second, the lender is ordered to cancel the sale by a court. A lender can cancel the sale. How, you might ask? There's three reasons why a lender would choose to cancel the sale. Okay, number one, you paid the lender all the missed payments. You're behind by 10 months and you cured it. This is the most common reason I've seen for a lender canceling the sale. It's called curing the default. Oregon law allows you to cure a default and stop a sale at any time 5 days prior to the scheduled auction date. Within 5 days of the auction, the lender is not required to take your cure payment and can require you to pay the entire loan balance. Okay, second reason they cancel. You obtained a loan modification. You may have cured the default not by giving them money, but by successfully obtaining a loan modification. The modification changes the loan terms and gets you back on track, so the need to foreclose is eliminated. And the third reason they may cancel the sale is because you refinanced and paid off the loan, or you sold the home yourself to pay off the loan. If there's no loan, then there's no need to foreclose and sell the property to pay back the loan. It's already been paid off. But if they won't agree to cancel the sale, how can you get the court to order a lender to cancel the sale? A couple options here. Number one, file a bankruptcy case. Under federal law, very few exceptions. Once a bankruptcy case is filed, a lender is legally ordered to stop the sale. This can happen even if the bankruptcy is filed mere seconds before the auction was to start. Once the bankruptcy is filed, the bankruptcy court controls whether that sale should occur or not. It is not up to the trustee or the lender. The other option is to file a lawsuit in state court against the lender. If no bankruptcy is filed, then the borrower would have to file a lawsuit in state court against the lender and ask the state court judge to stop the sale. This is a much harder process. It's way less certain than a bankruptcy filing. Attempting to stop the sale of your home is extremely difficult, maybe even impossible in the days right before a foreclosure auction. If you waited to the last minute, filing a state court action seeking to stop the sale is unlikely. If a borrower agrees with the default account and wants a state court to step in, the borrower needs to get started as soon as possible. Don't wait till the last minute. As I've said many times before, if you find yourself struggling to stay current on a mortgage, educate yourself early. The sooner you start learning about what options exist, the more options exist. More options to help you save your home. Bankruptcy may be the last option. Sometimes it's the best of the bad options. If you start early, you have a better chance of avoiding bankruptcy. If you call my office, the number below, and mention this video to my staff will set up a phone conference with me, no charge to you, where we can chat about your specific situation and go over a few options. All right, thanks for watching.